So, Shuri is one of the best tech champions in the game right now, and I feel like in a couple weeks she will be probably the most sought after and the most ranked up tech champion in the entire game. But why is that? Well, Shuri is one of the best, if not just the queen of Everest content, and the Necropolis is a new event that drops next month, and it's basically like the next Abyss type content. And Shuri is gonna be crazy for that, because Shuri, the way she works is, when she gets going, her damage output in longer fights is just insane. So I feel like Shuri will just be a near must-have for the Necropolis. So I feel like this right now is one of the best rank ups you can do. And when Necropolis comes out, I feel like it would just be the best rank up possible for your account. So yeah, Shuri, man, great in that regard, but additionally, she is a great dual threat in Battlegrounds, especially at rank 2, because at rank 2, her specials really pierce through the block, so she does a ton of chip damage, and she's just so versatile as well when it comes to what fight she can take. She's great for like Domino, Atuma, Man-Thing even, because of her non-contact hits and her immunity to ability XP reduction, and also having just great tech utility overall. So this champion is just really strong, even without the Necropolis, right? So now let's rank her up and let's see some gameplay of this top tier tech character. So my other tech options weren't really all that. Like, there was War Machine, there was Civil Warrior, who would be a pretty massive flex, but it just has to be Shuri, and Shuri is getting my 1 to 2 generic gem because, like I said, I feel like she is not only one of the best tech rank ups, but with the Necropolis, she is just one of the best rank ups in the game flat out. So let's level her up. I have a good bit of ISO thanks to Thronebreaker event quest. Really good stuff there. That also gives a ton of gold, by the way. So if you want gold, do the event quest. It is so worth it, man. And honestly, there's less paths now, so it's not even that tedious to do. But there's level 29, and yeah, honestly, I have been really like sitting down and thinking about the future of my account, and I feel like 7 stars just are the play. It does hurt to say because I love my 6-star champion so much, but I just feel behind with my 7-star characters. Like, this is my 5th rank 2 champion, and I feel like for my level, I should have at least like 8 or 9 right now. So I do feel really behind in that regard, but hopefully this will help, and I think it will help a ton. But now let's see some gameplay of Shuri. So this right here is Atuma, and Atuma has one of the most annoying Thorns mechanics in the game because you can't just bypass it with energy damage, right? It's just there all the time, and it's really annoying. But Shuri has non-contact hits, so she just counters his Thorns very well, and additionally, her shocks remove hydration, so he's just completely countered by Shuri, and this fight is just a really fun one, to be honest. So yeah, Shuri's so great for Atuma, and also, who else? I-Bomb, Man-Thing, just champions that inflict debuffs on contact, or like do damage on contact. So yeah, she's great for those type of characters, and this fight is honestly a decently fast one. Like 50-something seconds for Shuri isn't bad in the slightest, and Atuma is always annoying to deal with, right? And that was a full yellow bar takedown. That's the important part. That was full yellow bar for an Atuma. So yeah, pretty good stuff there. And now we have this Domino matchup, and Domino is annoying, obviously, but the thing with Domino against Shuri is immune to ability accuracy reduction, so she just cannot take critical failure damage. And I play this really badly. Like, look at this. I get parried, right? But Shuri has non-contact hits, so I don't get parry stunned. And that's why she is such a safe champion as well. She's also super tanky, so this character is just so good, man. Everything she does, she just does so well. And additionally, she has an arsenal of utility. So yeah, man, I love Shuri. She's also really fun to play, which is cool. Fun champions are the best champions, and when they're fun and good, then that's just a dream champion. So Shuri is really just a dream champion. And now we have this Labyrinth fight, and here's just a little sample of how strong Shuri is when it comes to Everest content. So yeah, once you get the shocks going, like the critical shocks especially, the damage output is just vicious. And here's the best part. Shuri's precisions let her do some pretty massive damage as well, because with Shuri, her crit damage rating is like 300%. It is really, really high. So pairing that with guaranteed crits and critical shocks, she just hits laughably hard. Like, she really just has a ton of damage output, especially in these longer fights. So we're almost built up to like a good chunk already. We have like 20 critical shocks. Now we have like 36, so that's already pretty much max ramp. So things are looking pretty good right now. And here we get some more shocks going, just some regular ones, but still is pretty nice. And by the way, I have the Hulkbuster relic on Shuri, and I feel like that is a really good one because it inflicts constant energy vulnerability, and it also has a shock vulnerability as a striker hit, which I don't use in this matchup for some reason, but hey, it's fine. We all make mistakes, right? But now I'm pretty much max ramp on the critical shocks, which is perfect, and things are just looking really good for us here. I dropped the heavy attack, which is fine, and here I dropped the SP1 for some more precisions, and at this point, every single hit is like a critical hit, which is awesome, man. It's so cool, because she hits very hard on the basic hits, like 10,000 mediums. That's no joke when you're doing like 8,000 plus shock damage per tick. And this matchup is pretty much over now. We have 50 shocks and 50 critical shocks, and yeah, this is a wrap. And the fight time for this 1.5 million health matchup is 1 minute and 57 seconds. No synergy, just the Wags pre-fight. Incredible stuff. Just like incredible stuff overall. And the best part about Shuri is she still has a ton of utility. Like, she has one of the best fight times in like longer matchups, but she also has some really great utility pieces to help counter those matchups. Like, for example, in the Necropolis, there is going to be an Atuma, and that's terrifying, obviously, but Shuri is going to just be one of the best, if not the best option for that matchup. And it's just things like that that make her so valuable for your account. And also, against shock vulnerability, she is just silly. Like 20,000 mediums, the critical shocks are doing some insane numbers as well, and this is just over, man. Just like that. It's so crazy, but yeah, man, Shuri is just that good. And honestly, I feel like this was the best possible use of that 1-2 generic gem. Like, there are a ton of great characters I could take up also, but Shuri is the future, and I want to take advantage of that while I can. But now we have this Man-Thing fight, and this Man-Thing fight is just so clean as well, because with Shuri, you can just bypass Man-Thing's Nullify. For the most part, you still can get some poison on you, but it's so little to the point where like you can just willpower regen off of it. So here's how this works. Man-Thing only nullifies you on contact attacks. So if you make contact with him, then he does nullify you, but if you don't, then he doesn't nullify you ever. So that's why she is so good for Man-Thing, because the only time he can nullify you is when you parry, which isn't too common for Shuri. I mean, it's like every 5 hits or so, but still not too bad, right? So this is why she is so good for Man-Thing, because the poison is just so rare to happen, and you can't even get a dexterity buff on Shuri because she is immune to it. So yeah, Shuri is just fantastic for Man-Thing, and it's crazy because she is a tech character, and tech characters aren't supposed to be that good for Man-Thing, but she takes them just really well. So this matchup is pretty much over now. We go in, we drop a combo, and yeah, this is just a wrap. Very solid stuff. Great for Man-Thing, great for I-Bomb, great for Atuma. Killmonger, I don't know. I think she can do it, but it might be a bit tough to like pull off. But now we have this Cyclops, and this is just another tech lane that she destroys. most tech lanes are like shock based or something else, but when it's shock based, she is just the best option for it. Like in Thronebreaker EQ, she is so crazy for it because of like the nodes that it has. And I feel like she does really like work for most of the nodes. So with Shuri, man, you're kind of just chilling. She can take most tech stuff for sure. Of course, she doesn't have like a prowess removal or anything, but I feel like we're kind of straying away from that as time progresses. So I think she is the future of the tech class. I mean, there's still Nimrod, there's still Ghost, Warlock, but this girl's now in the conversation as well. So that was a really clean fight, like 47 seconds. And yeah, man, Shuri is just so good. I think she is the future of the tech class, especially because the really good tech 6 stars like Ghost or Nimrod might be 6-star locked for a very long time. So that's where Shuri comes into play. So yeah, Shuri, great champion. In my opinion, the best rank up right now. So if you have a Shuri, take her up. She is so worth it. She is such a powerhouse and she will just do so much for you and your account. So let me know your thoughts on Shuri. And yeah, that's about it for me.